This guy keeps following me everywhere. Boys are in the arena. Been in here for a little bit. Reminds me of that I was going to talk about that drone footage and show you guys some of it. Luke just got up. He's sleeping in the back. It's been a gorgeous day. Got some cloud cover coming in. It's supposed to rain for the next, I don't know, 5 days or something. Hey Ronnie, how's it going there, big guy? Why did you look at me below the fence line? That was weird. What are you looking at? What's Luke doing? Gracie's free right now. I rebooted her, which sounds funny. Oh, look at Zeus. Better get out. Took her boot off for a bit, put it back on. One more cycle. Right, Ronnie? One more. Don't get sand on my camera. Yeah. So. Let's have a seat. I want to talk a little bit about that drone footage that I didn't talk about and show you some. So I'm going to place you guys here. Grab a chair. You guys can stare at Roni. Yeah. And somewhere around there. Yeah. So, drone training with horses. Now the live stream that I did, I'm going to link in the description. I'm not sure how well I was able to sort of show what I was doing because obviously the drone is this little tiny thing on the screen. You guys can see the horses moving around and stuff, but not from the drone's viewpoint. So I'm going to explain a couple of concepts. I'm going to put in a few shots from the drone and then maybe a few extra shots later on some of the things that you can kind of accomplish. I've done tons of drone stuff with my boys in the past. Sky's never seen a drone from my understanding. Talked to his owner, she says, wow, how did he react? And I said, pretty good. A lot of horses will initially be worried because it is strange and weird, makes noise and, you know, looks like it's coming at them. So the main way that you really want to get this done is no different than you do it with anything. Is you'll get to where you can get close enough that they look like they're going to leave, stop, move around a little, see if they'll draw in or not. If they leave, then you go and try to cut them off, so on and so forth. There's a lot of parallels to working in, say, a round pen or in some kind of enclosed area, and obviously it's an enclosed area. So, but parallels as in working with I don't know, anything, tarps or plastic bags or soccer balls or like yoga balls or those exercise balls or whatever, where you'll be approaching them. So here's a great example actually. In the video that I took with the drone, I was able to sort of follow Sky out and then come around him, and then when he'd stop and he'd look, I'd back off. And that is the really big key. And then sooner or later, they'll follow it. But that is the really big key right there, where you keep on trying to go towards them. When they square up and they go to check it out, whether you got to go left or go right, then you'll stop and you'll wait and then back off. And pretty soon you can get pretty close to these guys, as you can see with my guys. See, if they just start fighting and they don't care about what I'm asking for, really, is to stay while I keep the drone on them. they rarely care that I'm flying around with them with the drone. In fact, I think partway through they started to just tune out and just started to fight and play with each other, even though the drone was within 5-10 feet of them, which is a big deal. You really do want that. And then you might ask, well, why would I even bother doing this kind of thing? And the answer to that, well, I think there's a couple answers. One, it's great training. It's a great thing to work on. It's something that you have under your control, that you can worry them or unworry them, like take it away if it's too much of a bother. So it's another training thing to do. I think it's really good. The second reason is that there are drone flyers out there everywhere. And there's going to be more and more as time goes on, kind of thing, because there's more and more access to drones and people flying around for, doing cinematography or just goofing off. And so when you're riding around and there just happens to be somebody by chance with a drone, you don't want your horse thinking twice about it. They might just kind of look and think, oh yeah. Now that's not going to be a very common thing, especially if you just ride in some arena somewhere. But if you're out and about on trails or in the mountains or something like that, it's something to think about. Yeah. The only downside that I think to working with drones is that you can't go and physically reassure them as horses, like as a person. You can't physically go up to them unless you're working the drone somewhere near them or riding them, which I have done in the past. And there was actually one time that I was working with Lena, and I'll see if I can find that drone footage. I had my buddy flying. And it was working out pretty good. I would ride around it, and in such a case it is a really handy thing to be able to have somebody else who flies a drone and you do your groundwork or you do your riding with the horse, and you can say okay, back off or come back. But it's just another one of those things that helps you sort of build in the staircase of trust and I don't know, the library or the toolbox of things that you can grow to work with your horse to get them to not be afraid of just one more thing. Have a more courageous horse for it. So hopefully it's been kind of interesting. I know it's kind of short. It's not really a big of a deal to some of you who would never bring a drone around or just have no access to one. To anybody that does or has been thinking about it, it's a really great idea. Once you can get it, you can get some super cool shots of video without worrying the horse or having them even look at it. They might just be more natural, which is a really cool thing. You can get shots that you would never be able to get if you had to be anywhere near them. So I'm interesting. So I'll play some of those, and hopefully it'll be interesting. I'll see you guys again tomorrow. That's it for now. Boys are just chilling out anyways. Not doing much.